Hey everybody, this is Alexis Verde, and I am in Costa Rica right now. I just want to tell a little bit about my story, like document this a little bit, because I kind of feel called to. And so this is very unscripted, very stream of consciousness. But yeah, I'm in Costa Rica right now. I did study abroad out here in 8 years ago in 2016. I stayed 2 semesters and met a lot of locals, and it was amazing, right? So I'm here again visiting. I like to come back every like 2 3 years, visit my people. It's easier for me to visit them than for them to like try to get a US visa and come to the States. Yeah, so here I am, and I had a pregnancy scare out here. So I had a pregnancy scare, and it's over now because I'm definitely on my cycle. But this pregnancy scare really threw me for a loop and caused so much stress. And I'm gonna try not to get too emotional during this video. I'm trying not to cry too much or cut out the parts that I need to cut out. But yeah, so I was having a pregnancy scare coupled with the fact that my iPad died on me. Like, it was definitely I definitely am taking responsibility for it, but I like suddenly forgot the passcode that I've been putting in for like the last couple months. Granted, I have it to where it doesn't lock so fast, but all of a sudden I didn't remember it. And so this is all happening at the same time that I'm realizing, yo, like, I'm supposed to start my period either today or tomorrow, but I was seeing like pink discharge in my panties, and then followed by regular color discharge, or rather like nothing basically. And the last time that I experienced that, I was pregnant, and this was in 2019 when that happened. And so yeah, it's just really interesting because I don't know if it's because it was a full moon a couple days ago, and or if it's like, I feel like it's definitely something in the stars is happening, and just this land. I came out here with the intention, of course, to like learn more Spanish, but I also came out here with the intention to like really transform my life, to change, to receive new energy. And in order to receive that new energy, I'm allowing and I'm giving myself permission to release old energy, and just to make space to release thoughts and ideas that aren't mine, that don't serve me anymore, and to allow something new and beautiful to happen. And that type of like change, it's a lot, it's a lot. And so I guess I can't be surprised that there's so much bubbling up and coming up for me, because I was thinking about my last pregnancy, and um how difficult it was, because I had found out that I was pregnant in China, actually, because I was with a toxic ex, and he didn't like me traveling. And I was only with him for like 4 or 5 months, but during those months, when we decided that we would, be official, he didn't like me traveling. He didn't want me doing any of that. Like, he also didn't want me making music, and I'm extremely passionate about music. So that was kind of strange that I even agreed to that. Like, okay, like, sure, I won't. Is this a recording? It is. Like, okay, sure, I won't make music because you don't want me to. Like, I actually agreed to that, and he didn't want me traveling. I'm like, okay, well, you're my boyfriend, so I want to be with you anyway, and I don't want to upset him or whatever it is. I was young, and I'm still young, but I was younger. I was like, what, 21, 22, so still very young. And yeah, I'd gotten pregnant by this man right before I decided to be like, well, we're not together anymore. I'm finna go on a trip. And so I went to go visit my friend in China, and found out like a week into being out there, like, or something like that. And um, it was very difficult because I had to go 3 weeks. Yeah, I had to go 3 weeks knowing that I was pregnant, and knowing that I wasn't going to keep the pregnancy was just extremely traumatizing. Like, I just feel like I was just so traumatized, feeling like I had almost like a parasite. Like, that's kind of what it felt like. I mean, obviously, I knew my baby wasn't a parasite or what wanted to be a parasite, but I just feel like because of who the father was and how he was so, y'all, I didn't know what a narcissist was until I dated this man. Like I said, he didn't want me traveling, he didn't want me making music, because he was saying, because he made music, and he's like, well, we can't both be making music type of thing. And he just, like, I don't, he wasn't supportive. Like, I'm so done dating men that don't hype me up for my talent and don't see me how I see me. At least, right? Like, at least see me how I see me, cuz these days, I'm 28 now, like these days I love myself so much, and I feel so talented and so capable. I feel so capable, and even if my art style isn't for everybody, or if the songs I make aren't for everybody, I still know that I have some amazing talent. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it there, because I really don't have to convince or say anything. Like, I know that I have the sauce. Like, I know that I have the juice. I know that I'm tapped in divinely. And so for a man to try to come in my life and try to convince me that that's not the case, or try to act like that's not the case, it's crazy and beyond me. And it's crazy because my ex-husband also didn't, it's not that he dissuaded me to making music and making art, but he definitely didn't empower it. He didn't encourage it. It was kind of just like, you're on your own with that. I don't really, you could do a thing, but it don't really light me up like that. And I'm just so done dating men like that. Like, I'd rather be by myself, completely hyping myself up in my own space with art all over the walls, listening to my music, making music, than to ever date somebody like that. But anyway, so I'm out here in Costa Rica, and I was just talking with one of my friends, and she was telling me her abortion story, and it was just so crazy. Like, she wasn't living here at the time, whatever, because it's illegal out here, but she wasn't living out here, but she is Costa Rican, and it was just, she also was dealing with a man that was very toxic. And I just feel like, yeah, I just think it's incredibly sad how women are treated kind of like an afterthought to some of these men, but anyway, so I'm going to move forward with my story. So basically, this pregnancy scare was bringing up the first time, I had an abortion, and actually had another abortion after that. So, and that was actually with my ex-husband. Excuse me. And nobody really knows about that either, which is also why it's so difficult for me to even think about it and talk about it, because I don't really feel like I healed through that. I kind of just, it happens, and then I was alleviated and relieved, and I didn't really go back to it. I really didn't pray on it too extensively. I probably said a closing prayer or something, but I feel like these things are, really spiritually profound. Like, if I hadn't taken those two actions, I would have two kids right now. And that's just crazy to think about. I would have two whole human beings looking at me, calling me mommy, mommy, mommy. And now I'm just like at the point where it's like, I don't even think I want kids, because my womb has been through so much, when it comes to housing these souls and evicting them. And I don't know, like, I even feel weird about the guy now, who I thought I was pregnant by, because I don't really like his reaction that much. I kind of don't like his reaction to my pregnancy scare. Like, I told him that I was having like suicidal thoughts, and there wasn't too much sympathy or empathy or like soft care the way women would provide a woman, the way girls would. Because, like, you don't just hear certain things and just let it go. Like, you check in on a person, like, I clocked what you said. are you okay? Like, how do you feel now? You know, no follow-up question, nothing. And it's just like he's in his own world. So, like, thank God I'm not actually pregnant, you know, by this man, because what kind of father can you be if you're not even really present like that? But anyway, I just really wanted to put this out there and just let other women know that, like, you're not the only one that has gone through this, and it's gonna be hard, and it's hard in a lot of different ways, and in a variety of ways for everybody, right? Because of the circumstance of how it happens. Like, for me, the first one that I had to live with that for 3 weeks. That was so hard. That was so effing difficult. Like, I was having aversions to food. I couldn't eat anything. I was in fucking Beijing and in Vietnam, and I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't smell a lot. Like, so many things, like, put me off. I was getting out of this relationship with this toxic ass man who had my self-esteem on the floor. Not that it was that high when we got together, clearly, for me to even be on the same frequency with this man. But at the same time, I trusted my process, and because I met him, I learned what a narcissist was. And then the man that I ended up dating after him was nothing like him in the sense of, like, just being extremely manipulative and mean, and, like, trying to mooch off of me, right? Because he was also kind of like a hobo. What do you call him? I don't know. But he was also, like, trying to mooch off of me and stuff. And because my self-esteem was so low and I didn't really have much knowledge about men and stuff, I would be giving him money sometimes, or paying for our Airbnbs, paying for our Ubers sometimes. I did that. But that's way in the past. I was, like I said, I was 21, 22. And, I think, wait, no, how old was I? Because this was 5 years ago. I was 23. I was 23 or 20. Yeah, I was 22, 23. But, yeah, I had just turned 23. So, yeah. Anyway, that's in the past. And I will never be going back. And I know I won't, because even my last ex was a really good man, but just not that compatible for me. Like, he didn't see the value in me being an artist. He didn't see the value in me, like, working out every day consistently without having to be told, and eating clean how I did. Like, I just think I'm such a good girl. Like, I read and I write. Like, I got a pen in my hand. Like, I be writing. I'm creative. Like, I stay out of the way. I freelance. Like, I don't have a full-time job. So it's like, I have time for you, right? Like, so I just think I'm a catch. And not gonna lie, but my ex-husband, I feel like he didn't really see me as that much of a catch. I'm not gonna say we were just, I'm not gonna get into it too deep, because I still respect him, obviously. But I will just say that, yeah, even he wasn't the one for me. And so now I'm dating this guy now, and he definitely appreciates my art. He appreciates my music. He appreciates my art and my music, but at the same time, the man doesn't. I really don't want to say too much, because I don't know who watches my videos. But I'm going to just say that I appreciate him, because at least he values. It's just so interesting. Like, you'll meet somebody that doesn't have these things, but they have, like, this or something. And then you meet the next person, he doesn't. Like, for example, the first guy that got me knocked up, he was like 6'3", right? So he was extremely tall. And then the next man that I met who was actually a good guy. He was 5'5". Ladies, he was 5'5". Short. I'm 5'7", and I married him. So definitely a good guy. I knew he would provide some type of structure and stability in my life and financial support, right? But I knew he would be like a good dad. He had those qualities of a good man, of a provider, of somebody consistent and reliable, and all the practical dad, husband things. But just on a compatibility, like, he would be a great husband to somebody, you know, but just not me, because I'm just way too free. I'm too free spirited. I'm too eclectic. You know, like I like colors. Our bedroom would look like this. You know, our bedroom would look like black, white, grays, nothing on the wall. Simple, like way too simple. Like, or the art is just not my style or something. Like, I like colors. I'm a girl, so. But anyway, and then the next guy, like, right, because that one, my ex-husband, very, I'm not gonna say very financially stable. He was financially stable when we met, had a little dip, and of course we divorced and dipped because the stress of financial stress is like no joke. It's on a whole nother level. But that's not the only reason why there's a lot that this is not that video, but I mean, if y'all want to know, I can get into that. I haven't really made these sit down chit chat videos in a while, but we're doing it now. And yeah, so but then the next guy didn't have that financial stability, right? Like at all. So yeah, definitely wouldn't be a good father, not right now at least. But yeah. And I hope he's not watching this video, but honestly, I don't think he does, cuz he has so much going on in his life, and low-key he pissed me off today, and it's not like I'm doing this to spite him or anything, but he definitely low-key pissed me off, because it's like, I'm telling you that, like, I had this pregnancy scare, and I was having, you know, thoughts of, like, offing myself, and just was not feeling good. I was feeling very stressed and overwhelmed. There's so many changes, and I'm just feeling extremely emotional, and for you not to, like, really be patient in making sure that I'm okay, I don't like that. I'm so sorry. Like, that is such a turn off to me. That is such a turn off, because my emotional stability and my emotional well-being is so important to me, and like, I can handle mine, but it's just imperative that the person who I'm with also gives a fuck. Like, please care, because if you don't, I'm sorry. Like, I can't. Like, I love myself way too much. I respect myself and value and admire myself way too much to allow myself to be with somebody or to be liking somebody that gets caught up in their own world and, like, is not gonna try to have a little bit of care with me in a very vulnerable time. Like, I'm grateful I got my period. Like, I'm glad I could tell him that, but it's like, what if I didn't? You know, like, would you even be there for me? So I'm just very skeptical of men these days, but this video is not about that. And honestly, I do love the masculine energy. I mean, lately I've been doing a lot of work to merge the masculine divine and the feminine and everything, but I know, like, the masculine energy that I am in, that is like more of a holistic, healthy masculine. I mean, honestly, in general, even this guy, like, he's fine. There's nothing actually wrong with him. It's just a compatibility thing, right? Like, it's not like men intentionally don't provide the support and the care and the love that women need. Like, when we need it, right? They sometimes they want us to ask for it. But I'm just so sorry. Like, I don't want to have to beg you to help me, like, to want to help me to care. Like, I don't want to beg you to care. I don't want to ask you. I'm gonna be like, hey, like, can you please care? Can you please care about? I'm not doing that. I'm so sorry. If it's not automatic for you, if you don't have the intuition to do it, I'm sorry. But anyway, so I took a pregnancy test, and the pregnancy test came back negative. Thank God. And it's just, another thing I want to mention is I'm really sad because my mom called me today, and I didn't even really feel comfortable telling her. Like, I just don't really think she'll be able to help. So I also kind of feel alone. But I know I'm not alone in this, and that's kind of why I'm sharing this, because I bet some of y'all probably feel alone too. Like, you don't have anyone to talk to about this. So, yeah, I'm probably going to title this, like, my abortion story / toxic relationship history past situation. But all I gotta say is, I know everything happens for a reason, and I'm very grateful to God and my angels and my God, my divine guides for, like, just helping me through this and keeping me keeping my mental in check, keeping me strong, and keeping me graceful with myself. Because I swear, like, I'm really going through it with freaking my iPad code. I randomly forgot my iPad code, and I'm thinking this is pregnancy symptoms. Like, I'm having all these random pregnancy symptoms, seeing pink, having heat flashes, head's hurting, or got a fever. Like, even right now, I feel like I have a fever. Hormones are completely all over the place. I'm having early pregnancy brain. Like, I was just like, yo, what is happening? But yeah, I just felt like I couldn't even tell my mom, and like, she wouldn't be able to really support me. And but that's neither here nor there. Like, I'm getting through it. So it feels good to let that out. I really didn't go into detail, but I can make a part 2 if y'all are interested. Let me know. I don't think I'm gonna cut any of this. I think this was fine. And thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed, blissful rest of your day and week and weekend. All right, y'all. Peace.